What this team must learn is that when we are ahead, to put another team away. We have not done that on the offensive side of the ball. You can get some feel, if you were not at the game, for how beautiful the day was. We're fortunate to have Walt Graham, our president of our National Alumni Association, there to flip the coin. Alan Ward kicking for Philip Doyle, who continues to be injured with his groin, does the kicking off. Was not pleased with our kickoff coverage overall, although we had some good efforts. That tackle was by Steve Wilson there. We took the second half option because there was a big wind. We wanted to pin Southwest down close to their goal line and force them to kick into that wind, but it didn't work out. They were able to mount a drive and get the ball to midfield against our defense. They didn't do much else against our defense all day. They ended up with a total of 205 yards offense, and our defense was able to get 5 turnovers for us. Unfortunately, we committed 5 turnovers. Willie Shepard there, you saw on the first tackle, he has had a superb year for us. I'm very proud of Willie along with the other defensive players. Gene Jelks there on man-to-man coverage does a fine job. Here we see the first punt, and the wind was a factor. I think it affected Southwest Louisiana's punter. He gets off an 8-yarder here so that we were able to start in good field position. Vince Sutton, who had a mixed day, he did do some poor things, but he did some great things as well, as you'll see. Starts his first start for Alabama in several years. Here's Bobby Humphrey off the left side. One of the things that I wasn't pleased with among many was the running game and the blocking at the point of attack. Regardless of who's playing up front, we expect the fellas to do the job and to get some room for our runners. Here's a little screen to Bobby. Good blocking out there by Larry Rose and Roger Schultz, and we get 13 yards out of that. Here on 2nd and 15, Vince Sutton on the check-through pass to Doug Allen. And we need to do more of this kind of thing, throwing to our backs. Good protection. You see Trent Patterson in there in his first start. He's a freshman, an offensive guard who's worked extremely hard to get himself into shape and get a chance to play when we needed him. We bogged down here. Alan Ward comes on for a 51-yarder. From the sideline, it looked like this was close, but you can see this goes through the top of the uprights from 51. We're very fortunate, as we've said all along, to have 2 superb place kickers in Philip Doyle and Alan Ward. Defense gets us the ball right back. And here on the sprint draw is Bobby Humphrey off the left side for 5. Chris Gannon, number 91 there for Southwest Louisiana, played a fine game. Later on, he has an interception on a sort of a weird play on a screen. Here on 3rd and 5, another little pass. Excellent presence by Vince Sutton. Get the ball in there to Bobby for the first down, a 7-yard gain. Now on 2nd and 2, we're at the 18-yard line. Bobby only played in the first half. He had a slight shoulder injury that you'll see in a few minutes, but he's okay. Here on the off-tackle power play, the blocking's a little bit better. Get the ball down to the 12. We get penalized 5 yards for delay of game, then come back with a quarterback draw, and this is one of Coach Bryant's favorites down close to the goal line. Good blocking, good running, and Vince takes it in for the touchdown. That's a 38-yard drive in 6 plays. We were sharp coming out. We need to learn to do that for 60 minutes. Here again, you can see Trent Patterson, Roger Schultz opening up a big hole. Most teams, including us, play man-to-man coverage inside the 20-yard line, and it's tough because there's nobody designated to take the quarterback. Excellent running by Vince. Here's McKinney, the fullback for Southwestern, by Anthony Smith there. A big play by Anthony, and Willie Shepard makes the recovery. On 1st down, we felt like we could go deep. Vince has such a strong arm. Good blocking there by Doug Allen. Pierre Good runs through the double coverage. The throw is perfect, and it's 17-0. We'll have to work with Pierre a little bit. We're not going to be into the Hollywood routine in the end zone, but I like his performance. Later on, he'll have a great catch for a touchdown. You can see the protection here, which is good. Excellent throw. Need to concentrate on the ball a little bit better and simply hand it to the official without the theatrics. Now Southwest has a drive, and they take it down, and their kicker, Broussard, comes through with a 41-yarder. So it's 17-3 at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter, you'll notice that Jeff Dunn is in at quarterback. Jeff's the young man, a redshirt freshman, who is a superb athlete, who had earned the second spot going into the season. He had a serious virus, which really knocked him out for a couple of weeks. So regardless of the situation, he was going to go in this spot. And here's good protection. Excellent throw by Jeff to Clay Whitehurst for a 19-yard gain, which is wiped out by a penalty. We had several holding penalties. That is inexcusable. The offensive line has got to keep the hands inside the plane of the body. But we wanted you to see that, and you'll see Jeff also has fine running ability. So you'll be seeing more of Jeff. We're fortunate to have excellent athletes at the quarterback position. When we got the ball back, it was on the 1-yard line. So we went back with Vince Sutton, who had been playing. And there's Bo Wright for 8 yards to the 10. We're bogged down here. Chris Moore punched the ball, and this was a confusing play. We thought they had roughed our punter. I guess they didn't, but we jumped on Orlando Courtney for catching that ball because we wanted it to bounce forward more. He said, "Coach, it hit the guy's foot." And sure enough, it had touched the Southwest Louisiana player's foot, and it was our football at that spot. So a very alert play by Orlando Courtney, who continues to give us good play on special teams. Here's excellent field presence by Vince, except that he's got to learn where the line of scrimmage is. He runs a little bit past the line of scrimmage. Marco Battle alertly comes back, finds an open spot, and we go for another touchdown, but that is wiped out because of the fact that Vince was beyond the line of scrimmage. So we're penalized there. Now Southwestern with the football. Sprint out by Mitchell. Great play by John Manning. John continues to give us superb play at the corner spot. All he's doing is getting better. What we really wanted to do was to sustain things with our running game and the short passes, quick throws to our backs like this. Bobby Humphrey gets an injured shoulder and turns the ball over here, and you could feel our concentration beginning to slip a little bit. A Southwestern with the football. Here's Mitchell, excellent runner. Randy Rockwell makes a fine tackle. Randy's having an outstanding year for us. Again, Mitchell dropping the pass. Greg Gilbert almost intercepts. One of these times, Greg's going to catch one of those. That'll be real exciting. And we have the football back now. This was a play that a lot of people thought was just absolute stupidity, but if you watch that closely, you'll see that Gannon was knocked down. And as Vince threw the ball, he jumped to his feet and made an interception. And this gives Southwestern the ball on our 7-yard line, and the defense really shows its mettle here. Greg Gilbert, 2 or 3 others come together to make a hit at the goal line to make them go for it on 4th down. And you'll see here, Anthony Smith, Willie Wyatt, Greg Gilbert, stuff them up, actually knocked the ball loose and got the football. You'll see Anthony Smith come out of the pile with the ball in his hand here. So we get the ball back at the 1, and that was a very important thing for us. We're going to be in tough positions like that, so we go with the quarterback sneak to give ourselves a little room. We thought all day that we could go deep on these people. Excellent protection. Not a real good throw, but a great concentration catch by Angelo Stafford, who took it away from the corner. Angelo had a slight ankle injury there. We'll see Kerry Good now on the quick pitch. Good blocking by Bo Wright. And he goes for 11 off the right side. We're executing well here. We go 99 yards in 4 plays. Here's the bootleg. Good blocking by Trent Patterson. Vince running to his left, makes a good throw, and Pierre makes a great catch over his head. And with the extra point, we go up 24-3. Get a chance to see this from ground level. Excellent camera work. Bo Wright, the fullback, is covered. Vince gets his shoulders around, makes a great throw. and Pierre, with his speed and the design of the play, is able to take it in the end zone. Here we are at halftime for homecoming. I wish we had time to show all the festivities. Congratulations to Opal Butler on being our homecoming queen. Nothing like homecoming at a college football game. We'll go right back to the second half now. Here is where our hope was to come out, really concentrate on offense, run the football well, run the clock, get to play a lot of people. The only good thing that happened in the second half is that we played a lot of people and the defense continued to dominate, because offensively we were very, very poor. Our football team's got to develop the maturity that when we get a good lead, we protect it well, because there are plenty of football teams that are good enough to come back on us if we begin to turn it over and can't make first downs in the running game. Here's one decent play. Good blocking by Howard Cross there. Carey goes for 19 yards and a first down. We get a break here with an interference call. Another good throw by Vince. He gets pressure. Protection broke down. He finds an open receiver. And we get an interference call against Southwestern Louisiana. But again, we couldn't move the ball on the ground, so we're forced to go for the field goal, which we miss into the wind. So you see the little concentration details that are slipping here, creating a poor situation for our team. It's a good learning experience, but it's not the way you'd like to learn. Willie Wyatt continues to play well for us. Big play in the backfield. Here Kermit Kendrick picks it off at the 35 and goes all 35 yards into the end zone. Good blocking by Willie Shepard. We practiced this in our swarm drill. The only thing we would correct is that we would keep the ball in our hands tucked until we're in the end zone. But we've been very proud of Kermit all year. We get some pressure on the quarterback. Good hands. The ball's caught at its highest point. Good alertness by the defense. You see a couple of blocks. I can't see who that was back there behind him, but Willie Shepard is the guy that springs him into the end zone. So now we're up 31-3. Southwest back on the offense. Almost intercepted by Mangum there. I don't think John actually could see the ball until it was on the ground. Purnell is back in at quarterback now. And they've got the ball down deep because of yet another kicking game error by us. Again, that's concentration and that's coaching. It's my job to do a better job of teaching our players how to behave when we're ahead. The score is 31-10 now at the end of the third quarter. We'll come back with the fourth quarter after this. With the score 31-10. The objective is to play a lot of people and to teach consistency on offense. We did not get that done. Here's Jeff Dunn back in the game. Jeff performed very well from what I could see. Here's Wayne Shaw in at fullback. Excellent running, good blocking, but there was not enough of that kind of thing. Here's a fairly sophisticated pattern, and Jeff actually ends up going to his third receiver, hits Howard Cross perfectly, but we coughed the ball up. And here again, veteran players we expect to secure the football. The defense continues to dominate. Excellent play by Anthony Smith there to bat the ball up in the air. Byron Holbrooks comes down with the quarterback. Here you can see Quake Whetstone in the game, Steve Turner. A lot of good people getting action. Another good play by John Mangum at the corner. We get the ball back here on an unfortunate play for Southwestern when the snap was dropped. Spencer Hammond back there. Derek Thomas. Here's Kerry Good off the right side, almost in the end zone. Looked like he might have gotten in there, but they spotted at the one. Then Kerry over the top for a 38-10 lead. So at least that drive was reasonably effective. We're 38-10, and we finally cover a kickoff the way Alabama should here. The ball's kicked high and deep. Excellent coverage by John Cassimus and Spencer Hammond. Defense continues to play hard. Again, Spencer Hammond, Philip Brown in the game. Steve Raymer. Steve had an interception. I wish we got it in the highlights. Now we can see some of the fellows getting in the game. Joe Demos. Here's David Castile off the left side, running well on the fake reverse. Billy Ray came in at the quarterback position and also performed well. And this is a tough spot. We let him throw one pass here on what we call the naked bootleg. Troy Sechrist in to make his first college catch. Billy performed well on the option and in throwing the ball, but we didn't let him throw anymore because of the score. We didn't want to be running the score up. Here's the quarterback draw. Good running. And we take it down there close, and that's where the game ends at 38-10. So to recap on the performance, not what we were looking for, a win, but what this team must learn is that when we have a lead, how to put somebody away.